Hello, and welcome to this week's Halloween episode of Between Carlines. We are your hosts, Christy, Christina, and Jenna, and we are three moms trying to do life in the short daylight hours between Carlines. On today's episode, we discuss Hurricane Milton, trick-or-treating tips, and child leashes. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Welcome back to Between Carlines. This is our Halloween episode, everyone. If you can't tell, we just like to wear costumes for fun.
Hey.
I don't know if you can tell what I am because you can't see the full thing, but I'm a Crayola crayon in Tickle Me Pink is my color. It says on the side down here.
I didn't know it was a slightly naughty costume.
Yeah.
Tickle Me Pink.
Do you wear that around the children?
Yeah, I've worn this. I think I've worn this to school. Didn't I once, Christina?
Yep.
Nice.
I wore this as a nurse. I've worn this so many times. So we missed a week.
Yeah.
What was our last episode? I don't even remember.
It was talking mostly about Hurricane Helene.
Yeah.
Stop. Okay,
Yeah.
guys. We've been through 2 hurricanes since that. Helene wasn't bad for us. No, we talked after Helene because we talked about...
Yeah, that was the last episode is Hurricane Helene.
Okay, got you. Well, we got hit again, guys, and it was very unexpected, and it was bad.
I think it was expected.
Well, no, because when Helene was coming, they're like, there's another thing out there, but it's not going to be as bad as Helene.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be like a thunderstorm, and then it gained so much power in the Gulf of Mexico.
As our
Category 5.
Part of our Put It in Reverse is I pulled direct quotes from Christy out of the last episode, and these quotes did not age well. She was... We were talking about Helene, and Christy said, "Oh, there's another little system out there. It's looking like a weaker system." And you went on about how it's like this little storm that may or may not happen, and now here we are post Milton.
Yeah, what day did we film that?
Wednesday.
Yeah.
No, Thursday.
Yeah, because it wasn't until Saturday that everyone was like, okay, this is going to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so obviously the little weak system became a major hurricane.
It was a doozy.
Jenna just got her power back. How many people lost power? 1 million in our county?
No,
alone?
It was like 600,000.
Okay.
It was like
just in our county, though.
Just that our electric company services.
Because FPL does a lot, I think, to the south of us, and then Duke does some in Tampa, I think, or north. So anyway, just our area, 600,000. And I think the last I checked this morning, still 86,000 people are without power.
That was rough.
I've been checking it like crazy. A couple of the people, because I dropped Summer at school this morning, a couple of the teachers still don't have power there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt bad.
A couple of teachers at our kids' school don't either. I was talking to them this morning.
Ugh. Well, they got all the big, red areas, but now there's tons of these little green specks. That's why I'm surprised Jenna got hers back, because you were a green speck, and I feel like it's going to take them a long time to get to all these little greens.
Yeah. Well, our warehouse just got it this morning.
Oh, wow.
They,
So the kids they were out of school all last week, and it's Monday, Tuesday, a couple of my kids went back today. I think the county schools go back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sent Wyatt to camp. I was like, you need to go somewhere. Not home with me. So off to karate camp he went, and he'll start tomorrow. But it's been an adventure. That was honestly, I've lived in Florida my whole life, and that was probably the biggest storm I think I've ever been through. And well, we've all lived in Florida our whole life, but the wind was insane. Like I've never heard it that loud or like felt it like that. I don't need to do that again. I can be done with that.
And by the time it hit, it was only a 3, thank goodness.
Yeah, could you
Yeah.
imagine if it had been a 5
No.
still? I mean, unimaginable.
We would
it
still
been,
not have
like,
power,
leveled.
probably.
We would have.
They brought in so many linemen from other states, from Canada. I mean, I'm on the roads and there's just trucks and trucks of the electric lineman people coming to fix all of our power, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Great Clips was out there giving them free haircuts. I thought that was really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of restaurants that will feed them right now if they go in.
Yeah.
But I think they're so busy, they're not like on their phones.
Our baseball stadium roof blew off. That was probably one of the biggest things that happened.
It's still hard to find like restaurants open. Like Panera wasn't even open yesterday, which I thought that would have been one of the first places open, but they still a week later, right? How long is it? Yeah, a week today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't get their supplies in. Like, that's been the struggle.
Gas is easier to find now, though, but for days there were hour-long lines, 3-hour-long lines to even get gas to fill your car or generator, because a lot of people have generators going.
Yeah. No, it was definitely a doozy.
I feel like we're slowly getting back to normal.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Yeah. Starting school up again was a big thing because the kids have just been home, left to their own devices for a long time.
Yeah. Slightly feral.
And we've not really been leaving a lot either because I didn't want to run out of gas and not be able to refill. So it's been like a lot of neighborhood scooter rides for us.
Do you go to your pool at all?
No, because it has like a lot of debris in it, like tree matter and stuff in it.
We went to our pool one day. That was good. Nobody else was there.
Was yours was clean and everything?
There were some leaves at the bottom, but nothing crazy. I actually had Steven deep diving to go clean out some of the leaves in the deep end.
Oh, gosh. That would have not been possible at ours. I mean, it was like covered in leaves and stuff at the bottom.
The pool at the Airbnb is frigid cold. Joe's like, I'm not going in there. Because it's like, thankfully we had amazing weather after the storm.
Yeah.
Like that was thank God, because it was going to be so hot. It got hot over the weekend, but it made not having power bearable, I guess.
Yeah. Sleeping with the windows open was actually like we weren't sweating, which we would have been any other week.
Oh, we would have, I'd have been gone. Go stay. My sister got power back within like not even 24 hours after the storm.
Oh, wow.
So I'd be like, we're going to move in here for a bit.
I want to know who the people are who like never lost power. Like I think I know two people. I know 2 people who never lost power. Like that's a rock solid neighborhood right there.
I think it just depends on where the branches land.
I think it depends like what grid you're on. Like like if you're on the same grid as a fire station or like a hospital, they work really quickly to get you going.
Yeah.
Like they have priority grids that they hit.
I think because we're on Publix's grid, maybe they will end our neighborhood set up like a whole station for them to come, and I don't know why ours went on pretty soon.
It's how many days were you, Christy, too?
Mine came on right after yours.
She was actually 0 days.
Yeah, I wasn't even here.
Yeah. She was 0 days. Let's go ahead and talk about
my plane landed.
I forgot about that.
My plane landed at 5:30 p.m. and then our power was on at 9:30 p.m. So
you
barely made it in the door. No.
The amount of times the kids asked when the power was coming back was unreal.
Like
I am in here stuck with you.
Can do this? Like, what do you think I can do for you? He's like, Mom, I'd like to watch a different show. I'm like, you're lucky you have a TV on right now, my friend.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Steven was asking about the Wi-Fi. I'm like, oh, Wi-Fi is going to be a bit, bud.
Yeah.
But Christina, you had it worse. You couldn't even go to the bathroom at your
Oh, the
or
sewage
take a
backup.
shower.
That was the worst, honestly. But the first 2 days so we had 2 days without power. And then after that was when the sewage started backing up because the other half of the neighborhood where the pump station is didn't get power back when we did. So after we got power, and I think we're sitting pretty, and then it was like sewage backup all over the neighborhood. We had to stop using water, which was actually worse than not using power. Because that's all day long. Like the power, you at least have light from the sun during the day, but not going to the bathroom was pretty bad.
Well, we didn't know, like, we're on septic here. We don't know. We have no idea what we're doing. And it started to like smell, like, that septic sulfur smell, like the last couple days. And I was like, okay, just shut all the bathroom doors and pretend it's fine. So that's what we did.
It's not your house, so.
No.
Did they ever come and board up the windows or anything?
No. Mm-mm. So it was like the whole back wall, like the living room, the back wall is like 4 big slider doors. And then in our bedroom is 2 slider doors. So like some of the, like there were a couple of times that it like, you could feel the like windows moving.
I can't believe you stayed there with all those windows and not
it
boarded
wasn't
up.
like, it was supposed to still hit south of us, and then it kind of shifted up like right before it hit. So we're like, okay, we're not too bad. Like, we'll be fine. And then it hit the whole night. I was like, Joe, wake up. I hear it. He's like, I hear it too, Jenna. I was like, no, wake up.
I mean, I literally
what's the plan?
Cannot imagine having sat through that without shutters. Like the shutters were my saving grace.
Yeah.
No, I don't recommend it.
Yeah, we didn't go upstairs at all because it was really loud up there, and that's where I felt like the roof was going to rip off. So I was like, we'll just stay downstairs in our little shuttered area.
Yeah.
But
Prudy made everyone sleep in the closet with no window.
I don't think that wasn't a bad idea.
I know. That's why I'm like shocked Jenna just
we had a plan. Like we knew where we were going. Like, but you also like can't when it's going. I was like, we can't leave.
No, you can't
we're
leave.
Just gonna
once
find
you stay, you stay.
Once you're there, you're there.
You're in it, and it just.
And then can we talk about how your sliding doors got stuck open like 5 minutes before the storm starts?
Oh my god. They're like those like double sliders, so it like all opens all the way up into the walls. And Frankie pushed them all the way open. Well, it like knocked a piece off the track, like at the very end. So it was like this much not close. So I'm texting Christina and Sally, and I'm like, I can't lock the doors. Like, Joe's out there. It's raining already. He's trying to like fix it and lock it.
It was like storm time. We were hunkered down already, and Jenna's sliding doors are all open.
Because, like, so we came here, like, I don't know, 48 hours after the fire. So we've had stuff on the back porch, like kind of airing out, or we'll wash it and let it air dry, stuff like that. And so we were like, well, let's get everything off the porch that's like back here that, we don't need flying around. For these windows that are already not safe. And so we had spent time doing that and like getting the last little bit out of there because we like washed laundry really quick before everything, trying to be as prepared as possible. And then Frankie tried to make us weather a storm with our doors open. But,
how bad did your old house flood?
It was almost 5 feet inside the house.
Wow.
So do you think you saved more items after the fire than you would have had all your stuff been there and it flooded?
No, because we would have taken the furniture out.
We lost before the hurricane. You would have taken the furniture out.
Yeah.
Oh,
we have all the warehouse guys. They just come over. It's like all hands on deck, and Joe sends like 10 guys over, and they like empty the house.
And you empty it. Wow.
We empty anything we don't care about stays behind. But anything we want to save, like we would have saved our beds because we all have really nice beds and stuff like that. Like all my craft stuff I would have saved. But so I don't know. Probably would have been different stuff that we saved than what we were able to recover.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of a fiasco because now we're dealing with flood insurance on top of
As
fire.
a lot of people.
Like, thank God we have to have flood insurance because we're in a flood zone. But a lot of people that flooded don't have flood insurance because they're not in flood zones.
Right.
So you don't have to have it.
That
Like,
flood was
you guys
intense.
probably don't carry flood insurance. And if it, like, it's crazy. So, yeah, we'll be, I don't know, we're going to have like a mark on our file. Don't give them insurance for anything. But it's not like, so I was like, Joe, how do you tell the insurance agent, like, hi, we'd like to claim flood insurance, but by the way, we also had a fire 2 weeks prior. And so
I don't know.
I'm not in charge of that part.
Yeah.
That's Joe's department. I don't get it. I don't want to deal with it. So, but yeah. Fun times.
Well, I had a great week. I was living it up.
I'm still so surprised you left. I didn't think you would actually go.
Same.
It was definitely a game time decision. But I think both of the grandparents were like, we got this. Just go. You deserve it. Go. And we boarded up everything and got them gas and anything they might need before we left. So I don't know what me being here would have done. The power is going to go out. It went out. So
yeah.
I think they had more fun with their grandparents because they got to eat so much junk food. And I still have. I think my mother-in-law went to the Publix bakery and bought one of everything because I have the amount of cookies and donuts and stuff I have.
My kids were loving eating all those hurricane snacks, man.
Oh my God. We're going to go on a detox here because these kids have eaten so much crap.
I mean, we also didn't eat out for, if we gotta really go back, Christy, because I forgot Jenna doesn't even know what happened the weekend before the storm. I think we saved that whole story. So
I don't even remember.
Before the storm, Jenna, remember Christy's ribs were hurting?
Yeah.
And I had that UTI.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Friday before the storm, she was going to go to urgent care when it opened, and I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I might need to go to urgent care because I started to have a fever and the UTI wasn't really fully resolved. Right. So we ended up linking up and taking a field trip to urgent care together.
We went on a Friday night date to the urgent care.
And they saw me first. Yeah. And the doctor, she kind of freaked out, really. I mean, she was so serious. She said, you need to go to the emergency room. I had tachycardia. I don't even remember what the other stuff was that was wrong with me. I had a fever and I was tachycardic, and I think that was enough. And she's like, I think you have a kidney infection. Like, your UTI didn't get better and you have a kidney infection now. Oh. And she was like, go right now. And I was like, okay, well, waiting for my friend whose ribs hurt, so I can't go because she drove me here. And she's like, I'm going to fast track her right now. She ran into Christy's room. And
so did you go to the ER?
Yeah, I did. Christy had to drive me after she had her whole rib situation checked out. I had to go to the emergency room. I spent the whole night there. Everyone was freaking out. And it turned out I didn't have a kidney infection. I just had an unresolved UTI. So I had to get a whole workup on that stuff.
Jesus.
It was crazy. But I spent the whole weekend sick following that. So that was when we found out the hurricane was going to really be this big hurricane, and it was probably going to hit us direct. Anyway, so I wasn't taking my kids out anywhere, we got hurricane snacks and food and that, and I didn't buy refrigerated stuff because I thought the power would go out and we didn't have a generator. And so we didn't eat out for a week and a half because we had that, and then we had the hurricane. So we were really living off of like tuna crackers and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a long time.
That feels like it was months ago now.
I know, it was forever ago.
That week, last week was like the longest week ever. Like it just kept going. But I'm glad you're not in kidney failure or kidney infected or whatever.
It was really it was like a scary night.
Yeah, she was crying.
It was a scary night. It was bad.
I was like, Christina, you're gonna be fine.
Well, all I could think was like I'm gonna be stuck in the hospital and like my kids had stuff going on. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like hard when you have 3 kids and there's all this stuff and I'm like suddenly, unexpectedly in the hospital, you know? Yeah. And then they kept like, I went and they kept trying to give me pain meds and I'm like, I'm not in pain. Just like, nothing's hurting. And they're like, no, we can give you, I don't even remember what it was. Like something, she's like, it's like a step up for ibuprofen. And I'm like, I'm a level 0 on the pain scale. I don't need pain meds. That's not why I'm here. You know, but they like just couldn't believe that like I maybe had this kidney infection and I had a ruptured cyst and I wasn't in pain. But the pain wasn't the problem. So anyways, it was crazy. But I broke out that same night. They didn't admit me. I was just there for like, I don't know, 5-6 hours or something. And I got like every test. I got like x-rays. I had a CT scan. I had multiple ultrasounds.
So you're up to date on all testing.
Yeah, I sure am. I am. There you go. Very up to date.
There you go.
I know more about my body now than I've ever known before.
That's crazy.
I mean, when you have a family member that works at the hospital, you're going to get the royal treatment really when you arrive. So I wasn't
still
worried
need to make
about
some cookies or something for them.
Yeah.
Yep. So here we are.
Yeah, that was Friday. And then Saturday, we found out this thing was actually going to hit.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, we put up our first floor shutters and I hired someone to come do our second floor. And then we were like,
we didn't put any shutters up.
We're leaving.
Rolled with it.
Well, it wasn't your responsibility to put shutters.
No, but like, so apparently the guy that owns the house is a merchant marine. So he's out on a boat somewhere. But they have like a managing company.
Right.
And they didn't reach out, nothing. They didn't even reach out after Helene. Like.
That's really weird.
I'm like,
I feel like if that was my house, I would be not happy with.
Yeah.
Because he pays them a good amount.
Yeah, I would assume. Like, yeah, they didn't ask anything until Saturday after the storm. Like, hey, do you guys have power? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, okay, I'll report it. I'm like, oh, thanks. We already reported it. Like, but we went on Sunday and got like, we still had stuff at the other house, like in the outbuildings, like the shed and stuff like that. So we went back and emptied all of that stuff on Sunday. That was our storm prep. That and buy every snack we could find. That's what we did on Sunday.
That's good storm prep.
That was it.
The airport was pretty busy. It was full of college students, I think, just getting out of town.
All right. I feel like that's enough about Milton.
Yeah. I'm Miltoned out.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk about Disneyland.
Okay.
Tell us about Disneyland.
Yeah.
How was it to go to Disneyland while we're getting hit with a Category 3
it was
hurricane?
Like,
tell us how it is, Christy.
I felt like Mom of the Year. I left my kids in a hurricane and went to Disneyland. So I went in with very low expectations because everyone has always told me that Disney World's way better. Guys, I don't know. I think I'm a Disneyland fan. I thought it was way better than...
Way better?
Well, yes.
Why?
Christina, I think you're going to jump on this train with me.
Okay. So, do they have shade? Nice parking lots? What was the thing?
First of all, yes, they have a huge parking garage. And the tram takes you from the parking garage and drops you, or you could walk, but the two parks are right across the little thing from each other. So it's like Universal. You can walk from one park to
Yeah.
the other, no problem. I mean, the weather's just 10 times better than it is in Orlando. So I only went to Disneyland. I didn't go to California Adventure, but Disneyland is basically Magic Kingdom, but way better because it's Magic Kingdom plus all these old school rides like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride and Snow White. They still have all those, plus all the Star Wars stuff. They have the whole Star Wars land there with all the same rides we have. Rise of the Resistance. Plus, they have fun rides like Indiana Jones, which is basically the dinosaur ride at Animal Kingdom, but Indiana Jones. And they have Everest, but it's called something else there, the Matterhorn. All in one spot. And their Finding Nemo ride there is an actual submarine where you go under the water, which is really cool.
I've
Like
always
the
wanted
10,000
to do that.
leagues or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They just have it all there, and it's not. And the workers are so much more laid back. They don't care. They're not like uppity like the ones in Disney World.
You think they're uppity?
Well, listen, Tyler would ask every single ride, "Can we go front row?" They were happy to oblige, and they put us in front row every single ride. Whereas I feel like at ours, they're like, no. They would tell you no. Or and you always get your own row. You never have to share a row with anybody else on any of the rides, like Pirates or...
Is it a lot less crowded?
So in the morning, because we rope dropped, it was dead. And then I think they can start park hopping at 11. So people always go to California Adventure first. And then at 11, they can start coming over to Disneyland. And so it definitely did get more crowded. But we did the Genie Plus, or I don't even know what it's called there. Maybe just Lightning Lane. I don't know. But we did that and we rode everything with no wait. And it was amazing because I was passenger princess. So he did all of it on his phone, had my ticket, booked everything, and I didn't have to push a stroller. It was the best day of my life.
It's a bold proclamation.
Yeah.
It was the best day. The weather was nice. Like it was chilly in the morning, and then it got a little hot, but nothing like we deal with down here.
Do you think that you liked it more because you've been in a I'm over Disney World phase of life? Like
Maybe.
It was new.
I mean, it was pretty
shiny and
similar. I don't know, because it still had a lot of the same rides. I mean, Space Mountain is similar, but you ride with someone. It's not just one in front of the other. But the actual ride was the same. Thunder Mountain was the same. Their Pirates is a little longer and has 2 drops, which was fun.
Oh.
And their Haunted Mansion was all rethemed to Nightmare Before Christmas, and that was amazing. It was
cool.
so good.
Is it like that all year or just around Halloween?
They just renovated it, and it's been that way. So I mean, it's the full thing. I think that's how it is to stay.
Oh, okay.
And then that Indiana Jones ride, I heard our Animal Kingdom, the dinosaur ride, is going to become the Indiana Jones ride. I mean, we went on that twice. That was just one of the coolest rides. But yeah, I'm a Disneyland fan now.
Just
the castle's not as big, but I know. But I want to plan a trip and bring the kids and do both California Adventure and Disneyland. California Adventure, I think it has Toy Story, and I think there's a roller coaster. They have a Tower of Terror, but it's Guardians of the Galaxy themed.
Don't they have like a Cars Land?
Yeah, and the car,
like
and
Lightning
Tyler
McQueen.
said that's the best part about. It's like Test Track, but cars, kind of. And I heard that ride's really fun. But I didn't want to do 2 parks in one day. We go for the morning. The whole day was a lot. We left right around dinner time. I know, but just all that walking. And then I had hiked the day before, so my body was, my legs were killing me and my lower back. But Yeah, Christina, I think you would like Disneyland.
Maybe
Just
someday.
for the parking alone.
Yeah, the parking sucks at Disney World.
Yeah. Well, just Magic Kingdom. Like the others are
Mhm.
fine.
Well,
They're all
Jenna was
kinda
there
bad.
yesterday.
I did. I went to Magic Kingdom yesterday.
She took
It
my
wasn't
kid.
bad. It wasn't
She had
bad. It's
fun.
just like watching 2 kids is fine. 3 kids, I'm like, where is everybody? Like, I don't know how you do it, Christina, because I felt
3
like I
kids
was
is
like,
a lot.
they just all go. Like, thankfully, Steven and Wyatt like stay together, but
Yeah.
as soon as
put 'em in
Frankie was out of the
bright
stroller,
red for you.
I was like, get over here. Like, everybody stay together. And we went to leave right as the parade was going by. And I was like, listen here, friends. We are walking out. We are staying tight and close together. We are going
and
straight. We are
close.
not stopping. We're not watching this parade. You've seen it before. Let's go. And they all like
That's so
marched
funny.
down. Because, you know, people don't stay where they're supposed to. And they're all over the sidewalk. But it was good.
I was just gonna say, I always tell my kids, close and tight, stay close and tight. Like whenever there's a crowd, that's
It's
like my catchphrase.
I'm like, I need you in front of me and I need you to keep walking. Don't stop. Because they like to stop and like, look at this. I'm like, we don't have time for looking. No looky-loos. Let's go.
I was like, what rides did you do? He's like, I don't know. And then so I, from my brain, was able to name every ride. And he'd be like, yeah, we went on that. No, we didn't do that. But I had to give him a pep talk the night before because I was like, listen, I was like, Miss Jenna's by herself. She has Frankie. You guys aren't going to be able to do any of the big kid rides. You're just going to do the ones all of you can go on. And he said, well, we can go on that Goofy ride. And I said, no, I don't think Wyatt likes that ride.
No, he didn't like any. He's so funny about it. He's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And I'm like, and we get over there. We literally watched it. And I was like, count. I want you to count how long it is. 17 seconds long. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Maybe when I'm 9. I'm like, when you're 9? So, but we did, like, the Astro Orbiter was fun.
Yeah, and he hadn't done that before. So that
I don't think I've ever done that ride.
Really?
When I was maybe when I was a kid.
It's fun
but
at
it's been
night.
years.
Yeah.
So we did that. But it was
you
good.
guys were there a long time. I thought you'd be peacing out at lunch.
I thought we were done at lunch and they were like, oh, we haven't gone over here. I was like, I offered over here an hour ago and none of you guys took it. I read you the list of the rides. Nobody wanted to do any of them. And they were like, oh, well, let's go do teacups. Let's go do this.
After lunch. What a great idea.
We literally left lunch and went to teacups. And I was like.
And then Steven said you ended on People Mover.
Yes. That's where we finished our day. And we kept getting stuck. Like it kept stopping. Which is annoying. But
the rides do that at Disneyland too. I feel like it's just everywhere.
It is. Yeah. But no, it was good. We had fun and got to see all the fall, like Halloween decorations.
Yeah. Did they have the big Mickey pumpkin up?
Yeah.
To take pictures in front of?
Yeah. But no, it was a good time. We needed to get out of the house for more than just a couple hours.
Yeah, the bad part about going with Tyler is because he's an annual pass holder of Disneyland, he knows where all the good snacks are. So we'd be like walking up to this area and he's like, okay, I'm going to order these donuts. Do you want some of these donuts? I'm like, no, I don't want the donuts. And then he would give me one. They were so good. These like apple donuts. Oh, they have the whole Toontown there. So you could go into Mickey's house, Minnie's house. So that's where we went and got pictures with Mickey. We went through Mickey's house. They used to have that at Disney World and they got rid of it for that circus tent thing.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I want popcorn. Do you want popcorn? I'm like, no, I don't want popcorn. He's like, I'm getting popcorn. And then I ate half of it. And then he's like, before we leave, we have to get these chocolate chip cookies. They're the best chocolate chip cookies I've ever had. They come in a pack of 6. But oh boy, they were the best chocolate chip cookies. I'm telling you. So I was like, I cannot keep coming back here with you because you just like to snack. And he's one of those people that doesn't gain weight no matter what he eats. And he is just going for it all day. He's like, sometimes I come here just to get snacks. Because he only lives 20 minutes. So and the parking is easy. He was so cute though. Like we'd get stuck in like a line or something. And he's like, oh, even with the fast pass. And I'm like, calm down. It's fine. I'm having a good day. He's like, I just want to make sure you're having the best day. I go, I don't have kids with me and I'm not pushing a stroller. I'm having a great day. Didn't have to worry about stroller parking or any of that.
It's so much easier without kids.
It is. Well, it's so much easier like when your kids don't need strollers.
Yeah,
like
that's true too.
That's a nice time.
Should we get into it? Do you want to do your junk in the trunks?
Sure.
So there's two items in here.
What bag did you get?
I just got.
Those were the only two
time
long,
to spa
horizontal bags I had. So you can open them. So the purple wrapped thing is something I got you guys in LA as a souvenir.
Hold, please.
And you really were worried about peeking.
Well, the white thing at the bottom is what was supposed to be for our hurricane episode.
So we're going purple?
Purple first?
Yeah, wait for Christina. Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. These I got in LA for you guys.
Pickleball socks.
Aren't they so cute?
They are.
I got me a pair too.
I thought they were wine glasses at first, and I was like, oh, that's odd.
No, that would have been weird. A weird choice. I went to this store, Kitson. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's popular in LA. And it's like a gift store. And they had a million pickleball items there. Like everything pickleball you could think of.
Are we doing the white thing? What did you say the white thing was supposed to be a hurricane thing?
It was supposed to be for our hurricane episode.
This is the wrapper of the tissue paper.
I know. I just shoved whatever I could find.
Oh, an umbrella.
Oh.
That's a fancy umbrella.
Yeah. So open it. I want to show you how cool it is.
That's not like 17 years of bad luck.
It has a power button.
Yes. Wait, you got to open the strap on it, Jenna.
Yeah, Jenna, you're going to be the one.
It's going to open. Press the button.
Oh, is it a light?
Okay. Press it again. Press the button again.
I'm pushing it.
Is it light up? What's going on in there?
No.
Nothing.
Press it harder.
Like, I don't...
Oh!
Is that what was supposed to happen?
Yeah. Now look at your handle. And twist it. You can clip it on stuff. You'll figure it out.
It opens up, Jenna?
Yeah. Yeah. Christina's got it. So you can hang it on a bag.
Oh. How do you make it? Is it light up? Is that?
No, it doesn't light up. It just, the button opens and closes it.
Because so look, it looks like it would light up. It's
it looks LED in there.
If you're trying to get to your car. Yeah, so that part's hard. I was a little disappointed on that part.
Wow, that was terrifying and fun all at the same time.
But it's a pretty color.
It is pretty.
I got us all the same colors, and then I got Steve and Grandpa black ones.
Can't get this around here.
But yeah, it'll be good. If it's raining, you're getting in your car, you just hit the button, and then it closes, and then you can throw it into your thing.
Thank you.
Fit in my car.
Ooh.
I can't get it back in the car.
I don't have a good car umbrella, actually.
I have one of those massive golfing ones.
Yeah, same. I have one. I use that for soccer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open my pickleball socks.
Oh, I got a new sticker. It says,
"Stay out of the kitchen."
Stay out of the kitchen. Pickleball. And I got a cute little LA. Look, Christina, a little balloon dog.
Oh, little balloon dog. That's cute. It was funny in that last episode when you guys were trying to figure out what that item was. Oh my gosh. On. You couldn't figure out the kitchen reference. So funny. Should
She
we
was
all
like,
wear
"What is this?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it." He like found it on the table. He's like, "What is this, Jenna?" I was like, "Don't worry, it's fine."
Yeah, I can see how it is. It does look a little strange if you don't know what it is.
It is. I know we haven't even played, so it's like sitting somewhere around here.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't played since like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Did you guys get the email from Ty?
That it was
No.
canceled yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Monday.
I didn't look.
Yeah.
I just assumed I wasn't going because I had 2 children. Well,
And
one
we
child.
didn't. Last week we didn't go, Jenna. And I don't remember why you couldn't go, but I know you asked me if I was going.
Oh, because we had all the kids home.
Oh, that's right. That ended up being a good excuse because I was trying to figure out how I could tell you I wasn't going without telling you I had gone to the emergency room because I wanted to save that story for the pod. But then the kids were home, so that ended up making it easy.
Yeah. No, I was like, I'm not going. Like Frankie had school. Frankie's school is like, we're going. Like, we're going no matter what, which I love. But
well, you pay for it, so
yeah. So he always is in school. Go on, big boy. Go do something.
I didn't know
Go
you
learn.
put him in speech. I know you got him evaluated, but
yeah. So we finally, the joy of having a child that needs speech therapy, but can still pass all the tests means that you go through many, many evaluations. And we finally had to find a lady that does speech out of her house. And she did the evaluation and she's like, I see what they're saying about like where he's scoring. And and like, it's like the age by months. And he just happened to be just enough below in that month, like 3 years, 1 month, like just enough below that he was able to qualify. So, and I didn't know that we could do the Step Up scholarship, like what they use like for the private schools now. You can use and apply. They can apply that to private speech therapy. So we were able to get that. Like by the skin of our teeth, it was due on October 15th. And like we had to like get the paperwork, get it signed by the pediatrician, which heads up for our pediatrician signature, it's $20. I was like, we had to pay $20 to have a paper
for him to sign a piece of paper.
Yeah. So his autograph is very important.
That's wild.
But I was like, it's worth it. You can sign this paper. I'll pay you $40 to get the scholarship. So he got it. Like I was able to scan everything. I just sit on the floor, connect my printer to my Wi-Fi off my phone, and like do all this stuff to scan it in and send it in on Friday. And we got approval yesterday. So we will be speech therapying it up.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
In our life. Yeah.
That's a long road to it.
Jeez, it's like we did through the state. We did it through like a private company, and we had to have a lady like out of our house, which she's great. I really love her, but it was definitely, it's not as accessible as you think it is. Like you can't just take your kid for therapy, apparently, even if you're willing to pay out of pocket. So that's where we are.
Do you have a test drive for us?
I do. So, since we are wearing, well, I don't know where my costume is.
Since everyone but you is wearing a costume.
Well, it kind of is. My head's too big for the, it's actually a cute little thing. It's child size. So, when we were packing up everything, we saved some costumes. Not all of them. But I like pulled out costumes because Frankie has to wear a costume to school. Wyatt has to wear it for trunk or treat. So we pulled things out, and that's the only reason we have this. But I was going to talk about safety things to do for trick or treating with your children, because I feel like it fits the Halloween thing. Obviously, we don't let our children just eat candy out of their bags because did anything ever come of like when we were kids and they were like, they put needles in the Tootsie Rolls? Like,
I don't think so.
I thought it was razor blades.
We were talking about razor blades in the apples the other day, actually.
Apples,
yeah. Like, it just, obviously, I'm not going to let my kid eat anything homemade that I don't know where it came from. Like if you just picked it up from somebody's house. So you should check your kids' candy, obviously. You don't want them to eat open candy or things that they're going to choke on.
Right.
Make sure that you're walking either on sidewalks or if the street is closed, like then walk in the street, but to be cautious of that. And if possible, to make sure your children have reflective something on them because people are not paying attention on Halloween. This says to choose. One of the things was like choose face paint over a mask, and that sounds terrible. So we just will put a mask on and be careful.
Why? Because of suffocating in a mask, or
well, you can't see
So
as
they can
well.
see better, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
They can be
okay.
safer. But make sure everything is like got reflective or flashlights or glow sticks, all of that stuff. We don't have big enough kids to really send on their own yet, but staying with the kids, not letting them run too far ahead, which is not easy because they're very excited. And then just be extra careful how you're driving. Like I watched a whole TikTok and it was more interesting when they did it than me doing this right now. Just like I know my kids are like just crazy on Halloween, and so being a better, safer driver during that time. That's really all I got.
Yeah.
So, don't be crazy. And as of right now, we're moving into our new house on Halloween. Just like you don't want to trick or treat there. And I was like, not on the day of Halloween. Like I can't move in and trick or treat all in the same day. That seems too much for me.
We trick-or-treated but right before we moved into this house and like met all the neighbors that night and said, oh, we're moving in.
Yeah.
It was
don't
kind of a
think
nice.
there's a lot of older friends in
Is
our
it retired military type community or?
I don't know. Everybody that we saw out like after the storm cleaning up, like if they have kids, they're like older, like teenagers. Gotcha. But we did drive through, and thankfully the new house is fine. The house that we almost put an offer in is not fine. So thank goodness we didn't do that. I don't know that I would have been mentally sane had the new house had a tree fall on it as well. I probably would have been done. I'd have been somewhere else. But so be careful on Halloween, friends. And I did read a whole thing. There's now like an anti-blue pumpkin movement happening on Halloween.
Oh, jeez.
Get into the blue pumpkin thing.
Don't get Christina started.
So, like, hopefully
Where's
we
Courtney?
all know.
Let's call up Courtney. Get her on the line.
Like, guys, I almost thought we should have Courtney be a guest appearance in the Halloween episode to talk about it. Okay, what's the anti-teal pumpkin?
So, it's calling attention now to kids that maybe have a disability or like they shouldn't have, like, it's this whole
it's really making them feel different.
Yes, like it's calling attention to
it's not inclusive.
We should put the stuff out that is not that is allergy friendly, but not have a teal pumpkin out for them to see.
I think it's more of not making the kids carry a blue pumpkin because I've never.
I didn't know kids carried
like
blue pumpkins.
Yeah. So it was like, so one lady responded and was like, I put out two things. There's candy and there are dollar store treats, and they can pick, and it's up to the parent, as it should be, to make sure that their kid is getting what they can have, or let them get whatever and have treats at home to switch it out with. But yeah, it's a big anti. And then the whole like a lot of people get mad at older kids that trick or treat. I don't really care.
I feel like I'd rather trick-or-treating.
I would rather you be trick-or-treating than doing drugs in the alley. Like go for it. Trick or treat, whatever,
It's like such a
Stay
fun
young.
way for them to just like be a kid for a little bit, even when they think they're
Being
too
an
cool,
adult
you know.
sucks.
I'm bringing Cecilia out. She's going to be trick-or-treating. She's coming
As
to
she should be,
trick-or-treat.
yeah.
Yeah, my nephew's trick or treat.
She
They
said
don't
in
always dress
Spain,
appropriately.
it's also like people look down on the teenagers that are trick-or-treating.
Now, I'm not talking about the disrespectful teens. Like if you're running around terrorizing and doing
dumping
that,
the
no.
buckets in your
that I'm not fine with. But if you're like out trick-or-treating, especially when you're with your family and like younger siblings, I say go for it. I love it. So, but yeah, we're on an anti-blue pumpkin movement of life, apparently, guys.
I didn't know that the kids were carrying blue pumpkins with them. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know that either. My kid carries something that matches their costume, but we also don't have allergies or anything, so.
I put out a little of everything and they just take what they take. I don't like.
Do you just leave a bucket out, Christina? Is that how you do it?
Because we go trick-or-treating. So I leave a table out with just a bunch of stuff on it.
I'll probably have to do that this year, which stinks. I love going with my kids, but I also love seeing all the kids come to my house. Like I want to be in two places at once.
Yeah. We usually go like on the early end and then like at the end we pass it out at home once we get home. But now that the kids are getting bigger, they want to stay out like the entire time. They would do every house in the neighborhood if I let them. So
Wyatt loves handing out the candy. So he does like one block and then he goes back to the house and hands out candy.
Oh, wow. No.
And my sister's kids are older. So, well, Wyatt sits there and eats the candy while also passing out the candy. So he's like, oh, if I go home now, I can eat. Okay, let's go. So, and Frankie doesn't care. So we spend a lot of time, like they all when we go on Fish Hawk, they all come to like the end of their driveways. So you don't even have to like go up to doors or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what we do that too a lot.
So, but yeah.
Good tips.
Mm-hmm.
Be safe out there, friends.
Christina,
it also says do not take candy from somebody's car, especially the white vans, guys.
Yeah.
We have a white van in our neighborhood that like they specifically decorate to look like that, and they pass out candy from their van, which is actually kind of funny.
That's funny.
Like the fact that we need that to be a tip of don't take candy from strange cars.
They paint the side of it to say free candy. I mean, they really go the whole nine with this van.
That's funny. Maybe we'll come to your neighborhood this year.
Yeah, come to my neighborhood. It's fun.
All right. Costume off.
Selective costuming.
We're out.
Are you going to ask me about Florida moms, Christy?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had like one that I thought was really good, but I think I sent it to you and then I couldn't find it. So I'm doing one that's not as good. You'll see, it's like a little different. I pulled two posts though that are kind of along the same lines about this topic. Okay. So the first one says, I felt a little overprotective having my son in a life jacket and tethered to me on our first trip to the beach. I saw so many toddlers about his age without any of that. He also got annoyed having me as his shadow, but my anxiety was far too high to do it any other way. And then there's pictures of the, I'm not going to share the pictures obviously, but of the kid wearing a life jacket and on a leash. She basically had, she had like a leash and it was like, the kid attached to her. Okay. Then the second post that I saw about the same kind of topic is, I'm so sick of losers making comments at me and my kids when I'm out because my 2-year-old wears a harness leash because he's a runner, barking at me or him constantly. I don't play when it comes to my kids and I'm ready to come undone because it's a daily thing. Someone at the fair was like, that's a strange dog. I hate people. Also, I'm venting. I deal with the judgment because I continue to put him in the harness, but I still hate the comments people make. So obviously, like, one topic of this is the leashing of your children. That's one aspect of it.
Yeah.
But where I was actually going with it is like the mom anxiety of it, that they feel like they have to leash the children, And I just feel bad for moms out there. That's really, it's not even like a weird Florida mom post or anything, but I was just feeling so bad for moms because when I was looking for posts, and I didn't even screenshot all of them, but they were actually a couple more leash posts also. And I was like, man, it's so hard because you kind of feel like you have to, these moms, I feel like they have to put their kids on a leash to keep them safe, you know, and that it's just, it's a tough spot to be, you know?
Like, I feel like you do you. Like, I have never used a leash, but my kids are also, I have a big age gap. So my bigger kid was 5 or 6 when the second one was little and toddling. And, but I don't know. You do you. I don't care. I would never bark at a child.
Runners, but I've seen parents with kids with runners, and that would make me nervous. If you're at Disney and stuff. I like the little backpack ones. I think they just look a little nicer where the leash is attached to a little backpack that the kid wears than just a straight up harness or dog collar. I'm kidding. I don't know if anyone knows dog collars.
They have them now that it's just like a wristband and like a bungee cord in between.
I don't like that one. I feel like that's just, you're asking for an arm to get broken or... I think the backpack is the best.
I feel like if I had multiples, they for sure would be leashed. But
that lady at the beach, if I had that much anxiety, I probably just wouldn't go to the beach.
I feel so bad for her to be at the beach with that much anxiety.
But also, like, isn't that kind of like dealing with, like, you're nervous, so this is what you can do to make it so you can go enjoy this? Like...
But I need more information. Like, is she just wanting to go to the beach to not have to watch him and she's doing all those things because she wants to drink and
she was no, in the pictures she's like in the water with him and he's on a leash. Right, so it's not even just like playing in the sand. It's like in the water. She's very concerned about him drowning.
Did she go to a lifeguarded beach? Because that would be my other suggestion. Make sure you're only going to beaches with lifeguards.
I don't know. She said, I saw an article. I think she has trauma from reading articles. I saw an article where a grandfather passed to save his grandson from drowning. I'm grateful for the tools we have to keep our babies safe. Don't let anyone make you feel bad for using them. And then all the pictures are like her on the beach with her kid. It just made me feel sad for her because I know what that anxiety is like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have that specific anxiety, but you know what I mean? Like, I know what it's like to have anxiety as a mom.
But I think, like, I try to always, like, when I'm feeling judgy, take a step back and be like, what do I not know about the situation? Like, you don't know, is that kid, does he have autism and he's a loper? Like, all those things. Like, you don't know. Right. So people
I would never make
at a kid on a leash
to someone in public. That's ridiculous.
That's why people have anxiety. Like, that's why moms have anxiety, because people are so judgy and rude and think, you know, just because they didn't do that in the 70s, God forbid we do it now. Like, research has changed, friends.
People are wild in general. Like, just the smallest example, like when you don't put socks on your baby.
Yes.
People go crazy when they see a baby without socks on. I don't know what it is, but they do not like that.
Really? I don't think I've experienced that.
Oh yeah.
They always,
I know, like if it's cool outside or if the store you're in is like air conditioned, they would go crazy. Yeah.
I know there's a mom on TikTok right now getting dragged because she went around her house collecting all the dirty diapers. And there were 17 dirty diapers all around her house.
That is
and
a lot of
people
dirty
were
diapers.
Like, call CPS, and like, yes. And so many people were like, what? That means her kids were changed. They're being taken care of. Like, I think the story is she was sick. Her husband was gone on a trip.
Right.
She had a baby and a small toddler.
She has a 2-week-old and like a 2-year-old.
Yeah, and like she just was surviving. So
but
she
also, why is she posting that?
Well, that I don't know. That's I don't know,
because that's like a totally normal circumstance that could happen to any of us. But you kind of are inviting people to give you their negative comments when you're posting things like that.
But I think she posted it to like Be like,
Normalize it.
this is normal.
Yeah.
Having a 2-week-old and a perfectly clean house is not normal.
Right.
Like, especially when your husband is gone, a 2-year-old with it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
this
But
is
the
normal.
internet-
So people have now come to her defense, and they're
well,
like,
all the moms have come to her defense.
No, not I. The first time I saw anything about it was a mom that was like, "That is
Shaming
disgusting." You, all these things, and I'm like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
like, what is this about?" And from the outside, if you don't know anything about her, yeah, it does look bad to have 17 dirty diapers. She doesn't say whether they're pee or poop. Like, that's not disclosed.
Right.
They're not 17 poopy diapers sitting around.
Right.
Imagine how many days of pooping that would be to
17 days. Well, a 2-week-old, that could be not that long. But
also 2-week-old diapers are like nothing. You know, even if it is poop, it's like, okay, like you could have like 5 of them in 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. But I think that the mom shaming is
so much mom shaming.
Yeah.
And no support.
Yeah. Nope. But you better do it all. You better do it all. You better stay home, earn money, do everything for your children, and have a hot meal for your husband. That ain't happening. Sorry, friends. Joe knew better. But, like, it's crazy. So leash your kids if you need to, friends. That makes it so you can go out in public. Leash your kids.
We're pro leashes.
I mean, really,
podcast.
Honestly, yeah, like I never leashed my kids, but I did baby wear, which is essentially leashing your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was how I leashed one of my 2 close together in age kids.
Right.
I always baby wore, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, every airport we ever went through with Wyatt, he was strapped onto somebody because I wasn't chasing him through an airport.
Yeah. You know, and then, like, the older one, I always made him hold onto the shopping cart. Like, that was his thing. And I swear to you guys,
hard on this one.
He's 10 and he still holds onto the shopping cart. And it's so frustrating because I'm tripping over him and I'm like, honey, you don't have to hold the shopping cart. Just stay nearby. It's fine. Yeah. Like, and literally every single time he's holding on the shopping cart and I'm tripping over him. Oh, it's so frustrating. Anyways, I taught him well.
Imagine when he's like married one day and goes grocery shopping with his wife and she's pushing.
She's like, what happened to you as a child?
And he's like, I was traumatized. My mom's anxiety traumatized me. Okay?
I wish you would have just gotten me a leash.
Start saving up for the therapy bills, Christina.
Oh, we should all have savings accounts.
Maybe
sure.
I should switch him to a leash now and give him some space. You know, he would walk farther from the cart if he was leashed.
Be like, what's wrong with him? Nothing. He won't let go of the cart.
No, then if you leash him now, people will be like, oh, yeah, that's a furry on their leash.
Yeah, give him a tail to wear. But that
so
kid
old.
would wear a tail and ears and he'd probably be fine with it.
That's funny. Anyways, yeah, that was my Florida mom, so.
Yeah. All right, what do we got coming up this week?
We have a big Saturday night.
Yes, we do.
I was like, when Chico came out and they were like, we don't know how long until you can get power. I was like, I don't care if y'all have power or not. I'm out. Like, I'm leaving. I shall see you later.
I know. Our friend Courtney is also going to the Eras tour, but she's going Friday night. So as soon as this hurricane was coming, she goes, thank God it's this weekend and not next weekend. Yeah. And then she didn't get her power until yesterday, I think. And so she's like, I got an Airbnb booked in Miami for Thursday night. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
No, it'll be a fun Saturday night. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready. I've been listening to the playlist. Yes. And then I also love the girl opening for her is Gracie Abrams, who's J.J. Abrams' daughter. He's like a very famous director. He's a famous director. I'm sure you've seen like all of his movies. Anyway. I'm sure. So I've been listening to her. I think she's the only opener. So I think her set will be probably like an hour or something. I don't know. I'm excited. So I was listening to her. And I'm ready to start packing.
I don't even know like what to pack. I feel like I have to get through trunk or treat before I can move on, but J.J. Abrams does have he's got a lot going on here. Felicity. Let's talk about that. Throwback to Felicity. Some Star Wars situations.
Anyway, you guys got your outfits. We've got Jenna's hair settled. I need to get
what
sort
are
of
you?
clip
What's your
for
hair,
my
Jenna?
Something Christy sent me that she has to do.
Oh,
she got
I didn't know it was your
pink hair.
Pink hair.
She sent it. She's like, I think you should do this. I said, okay, tell me what to get.
You're going pink?
Well, I
You're
got
painting it or a wig?
No, it's like these like
I'll
are they
show
called?
you.
They're not really extensions, but
Clip-ins?
they're like added pieces in that are like pink and blue.
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah.
I saw because she said she wanted her hair up, so I saw
I
this.
can't have my hair down. I'll be sweating. It'll be all in my face. My hair does like what Taylor Swift's hair does, just not as cute. Mine just gets frizzy and fro-like when it's humid.
Okay. And we're gonna do this.
Oh wow,
It's like
we aren't doing anything. Christy will be figuring that out.
That's a serious hairdo right there.
I don't know if I have enough hair for all that. Like I started Nutrafol, but we haven't had any huge results yet. Because I felt like
I think
it was
it'll
getting
be
really
good.
thin.
I think you've got plenty.
I got a lot of extra.
We'll test it. If it doesn't work, come up with a plan B. So
yeah. So that's it. What are you doing with your hair?
I'm just going to do my usual, like curl it, but I'm gonna put the pink in the ends because I still have it from last time. But I wanted to get like a clip for the back to match and not have it like all the way down.
Christina, I think you should bleach your hair and we'll chop it. How her hair is in your inspo picture.
Do bleach
I'll chop
it.
Yeah.
You could wear a wig. No, that would be hot and uncomfortable.
Yeah. Even my normal hair is going to be hot.
Wig that you did to the murder mystery.
That was
my
favorite wig moment.
That wig's been around the block now. The kids play with it a lot.
I want to get to the stadium at like 5.
Okay.
Because then we can be amongst the people and the experience and grab food.
Yeah.
And then I think Gracie comes on at 7 and then Taylor comes on at 8.
Okay. I don't
know what the traffic and parking is going to be like. I think because they're not letting randos park will be good.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
I mean, I feel like if we just leave here early, if we get there before check-in, we could like have a snack somewhere or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of pop-ups around town too, like Taylor-themed things.
I feel like if you show up, even if you don't necessarily have an early check-in, once you show up and you say, "Hey, we're here," like if they have a room clean, sometimes they'll still let you. You know?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Between Carlines. We hope you had a few good laughs, and we hope you'll join us again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Between Carlines is hosted by Miss Christy, Miss Christina, and Miss Jenna. Music by Lindsay Henderson. Edited and produced by Miss Christina. Don't forget to subscribe and check back next week for an all-new episode. Thanks for listening.